Shri GURUBHYO NAMAHA. Om. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Yes, respected divine souls, welcome you all. Hearty invitations to you, prayers for all of us, wishes and congratulations with gratitudes for maintaining this tempo, this regularity, which is a very rare feat. If conscious and observed, we can feel proud of it that it has been achieved. Although our efforts are less, the grace is more. But our willingness was our beautiful effort, which made the Lord to bless us for these classes to happen regularly, and we are able to make it. From this can be learnt that our willingness can be continuous. That can be our minimum purushartha to continue these classes and get a benefit out of them. Along with that willingness, whatever minimum we can do to begin with, to whatever maximum we can do from our side, varying depending on our different days and moods. Then, thirdly, when that willingness and our doing is added with our sincere, genuine, ardent, loving prayers to that Lord. Oh Lord, it is you who are making these happen. May you continue to bless. If in these three things we are sure, certain, we can relax about anything and everything else. Things are fallen in the right place. It's only a question of time. Time is an important factor because so many things have to be changed or modified for the final results to come. It takes time. But these three things let us have willingness, doing what is in our hands, prayer to the Lord. Friends, we are studying Shwethashwathara Upanishad, fourth chapter. Relentless is our Guru, kind is our Guru, Shwethashwathara Rishi. In precise words, he is defining to us the indefinable Paramatma Tattva, sometimes in the Swarupa Rupa, many times in the Tatastha Rupa. And by telling us very delicately, very consciously, without insisting or forcing us, that if this self is realized, there is freedom from all bondages, there is freedom from all the shoka, dukkha. He is just giving us a chance along with giving us full freedom. Because this is a very personal, sensitive issue whether I take up spirituality or not, I continue spirituality or not, I continue till the ultimate goal is reached or not. No guru, no God in the universe can insist. But they, depending on their love, kindness, compassion, can suggest. So this guru is very kindly, lovingly suggesting. Because that suggestions are so many times repeated, he is very careful, conscious that that suggestion should not be felt like insistence. Therefore, his intelligence here is this is the self, this is the glory of it. When it is realized, these are the outcomes. And whoever does it, he achieves it. You do it, you must do it. If you don't do it, you will go to hell, suffer. These harsh words or bitter words, he is never ever anywhere saying. None of our Shastras use those words of commandings or bitternesses. They say these are the sadhanas to be done to reach to this goal whose benefits are like that. Your dignity, your maturity, your intellection, your decision, isn't it? It is an evolution, no, not revolution. So let it happen from within. When it is an evolution, it is sure, it is certain. There is less chances of falling down because evolution is hard work. With hard work, when one reaches something, he will not forego it, will not give it up, isn't it? So, in this way, this Upanishadic Rishi in this Upanishad is so kind, so patient enough to again and again. Looking at the patience of this Shwethashwathara Rishi, inspired by him, the Bhashyakara also has got so much of patience to guide us through the understanding of these mantras. First of all, he gave us 50, 60 pages of Sambandha Bhashya itself in the beginning. And every mantra in every of the adhyaya, he explained. Now in this fourth chapter, particularly if you see, to every of the mantra, the Sambandha Bhashya, the Avatarika, is so cutely, beautifully said, preparing our minds, intellects, that what's going to come. These are the subtle things. If you are alert enough, intelligent enough to observe, our respect, reverence, gratitude towards these gurus will grow, and our shraddha for this adhyatmika, shastra shravana, adhyayana, sadhana will grow. This is what we have to do. Let the respect, reverence grow there, then let our shraddha in the sadhana grow. So let us see in today's 13th or 14th mantra, I think, continuation of it. But before that, like every day, our Veda Parayanam, our little common sense thought, our Mangalacharana Shloka Sankalpa, Upanishad Parayanam, as well as Mantra Bhashya Sahita Upanishad Adhyayana. So, Rigveda Navama Mandalam, let us do from 8th Anuvaka onwards. 8, 9, 10. These three we'll see, that's all. 11th, if it's not too big. How big is that? Yeah, we can do 4 of them. 8th onwards. Just pay attention. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rugvedaha Navamamandalam Ashtamonuvakadarabhya ॐ एते सोमा अभिप्रियमिन्द्रस्य काममक्षरन् वर्धन्तो अस्य वीर्यं पुनानासश्च मूषतो गच्छन्तो वायुमश्विना तेनो दान्तु सुवीर्यम् इन्द्रस्य सोमराधसे पुनानो आर्दिचोदय ऋतस्य योनिमासदौ वृजन्ति द्वादशक्षिपो हिन्वन्ति सप्तधीतयः अनुविप्रा अमादिषुः देवेभ्यस्त्वामदायकं सुजानमतिमेष्यः संगोभिर्वासयामसे पुनानः कलशेष्वावस्त्राण्यरुषो हरिः परिगव्यान्यव्यद मघो न आपवस्वनो जहि विश्वा अपद्विषः इन्द्रो सखायमाविश वृष्टिं दिवः परिस्रवद्युम्नं पृथिव्या अधि सहो नः सोमपृत्सुधाः नृचक्षसन्त्वा वयमिन्द्रपीतं स्वर्विदं भक्षीमहि प्रजामिषम् 9th mantra परिप्रियादिवः कविर्वयांसि नप्त्योर्हितः सुवानो याति कविक्रतुः प्रप्रक्षयाय पन्यसेजनाय जुष्टो अद्रुहे वीत्यर्ष च निष्ठया स सूनुर्मातरा शुचिर्जातो जाते अरोचयद महान् महीरुथा वृधा स सप्तधीतिभिर्हितो नद्यो अजिन्वदद्रुहः या एकमक्षिवा वृदुः ता अविसन्तमस्तृतं महे युवानमाददुः इन्दुमिन्द्रतव प्रते अभिवह्निरमर्त्यः सप्त पश्यति वावहिः कृविर्देवीरतर्पयतो अवाकल्पेषु नः पुमस्तमांसि सोमयोध्या तानि पुनान जङ्घनः नूनव्यसेन वीयसे सूक्ताय साधया पथः रत्नवद्रोचया रुचः पवमानमहिश्रवो गामश्वं राशिवीरवद सनामेधां सनास्वः 10th one प्रस्वानासोरता इवार्वन्तो न श्रवस्य वः सोमासोराये अक्रमुः हिन्वानासोरथा इव ददन्विरेगभस्त्योः भरासः कारिणामिव राजानो न प्रशस्तिभिः सोमासो गोभिरञ्जदे यज्ञो न सप्तधातृभिः परिसुवासन सुवानास इन्दवो मदाय बर्हणा गिरा सुधा अर्षन्ति धारया आपानासो विवस्वतो जनन्त उषसो भगम् सूरा अण्वं वितन्वते अपद्वारामतीनां रत्नारुण्वन्ति कारवः कृष्णो हरस आयवः समीचीनास आसते होतारः सप्तजामयः पदमेकस्य पिप्रतः नाभानाभिं न आददे चक्षुश्चित् सूर्ये स च कवेरपत्यमादुहे अविप्रियादिवस्पदमध्वर्युभिर्गुहाहितं सूरः पश्यति चक्षसा. One more, 11th. उपास्मै गायधा नरः पवमानायेन्दवे अविदेवा यक्षदे अविते मधुना पयोथर्वाणो अशिश्रयुः देवं देवाय देवयो स नः पवस्वशङ्गवे शञ्जनाय शमर्वदे शम्राजन्नोषधीभ्यः बभ्रवेणु स्वतवसे ऋणाय दिविस्पृशे सोमाय गातमर्षद हस्तच्युतेभिरद्रिभिः सुतं सोमं पुनीतन मधावाधावथा मधो नमसेदुपसीदत तद्दध्नेदभि श्रीणीतन इन्दुमिन्द्रे दधातन अमित्रः विचर्षणि पवस्व सोमशङ्गवे देवेभ्यो अनुगामकृद इन्द्राय सोमपातवे मदाय परिशिच्यसे मनश्चिन्मननस्मनसस्पतिः पवमानसुवीर्यं रयिं सोमरिरीहिणः इन्दविन्द्रेण नो युजा. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Good. Hope you are relishing this Vedic chanting. Create that mind intellect. Now onwards for us, no more listening to the likes and dislikes of the mind. Our job is whatever is good and noble, and we are being blessed by the Lord. We must train our stupid mind to like it. Oh, you must like it because it is Vedic chanting. That's all. You must like it because it is Upanishadic class. You must like it because it is the sadhana. No question. Enough of listening to you. That way, we have to command the mind to like and love which is worthy, to keep away which is not worthy. इतना तो बनता है by these many years of our listening and study. Yeah, we have to begin. Sometimes the mind may become powerful to command us. Yeah, थोड़ा थोड़ा हार जाओ कोई नहीं, but again जीतना है, healthy way. So, do you like the Vedic chanting? You must like. That's it. Question is redundant. Now, friends, in today's our common sense thought, what we discuss is today is International Yoga Day. A very good effort by Bharat Mata that the whole world has agreed to celebrate today as the International Yoga Day. To except some countries who are biased against India, all other around 180 of our countries today, in one way or the other, they do the yoga. Many of them do even officially also. In India, all major of the state governments take full initiative, especially those who have the ruling party as ruling there too, even others also. Because it's a very respectful thing that something from Bharata is being accepted by the whole world, isn't it? International Day. And something spiritual, it is very good and cherishable by us. Most importantly, the government has taken up. The so called secular government has made Yoga Day. It's a surprise. But good thing from last whatever number of years it's going on happening. So just for a fun sake, not that much thing, more than calling it as International Yoga Day, one can call it as International Yogasana Day because everybody is focusing only on the asanas. But still, again, we take back our sentence and restate that let it continue as International Yoga Day only, but slowly, slowly, as the time passes, all the definitions of all the expressions of word yoga be made understood so that this yoga day and yoga shabda is not limited only to sthula sharira yoga asanas, that too only one day per annum. हम होंगे कामयाब सिर्फ एक दिन, isn't it? For that matter, lucky you and I are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. In Bhagavad Gita every chapter is a yoga. Even Vishada also is yoga. है ना? Arjuna Vishada yoga से लेकर the Sankhya yoga, the Karma yoga, everything is yoga there. Therefore, yoga in its vast explanations and definitions should be made taught to the children. I to believe let all the gurus, masters of yoga, the Jnana Yogi, Tattva Jignasa Yogi, give in 10-20 pages what is yoga as per Tattva Vedanta Jnana Marga and what is yoga, a summary according to Ashtanga Yoga. What is yoga according to the Bhakti Yoga? What is yoga according to the Kundalini Yoga? What is the yoga according to the Chakra Vedana Yoga? And what is the Karma Yoga Yoga? 10, 10, 10, 10 pages. All these five main topics into 10, 50 pages book should be released by next year and should be given to entire Indian 140 crore. 46 crore हो गए अभी. So that they have a complete and broader idea about the sacred term yoga. Yoga is so respectful, reverentially taken by all our Rishi Parampara. A word which is most valued, etc. Even in Gita, Bhagavan to tapasvibhya adhika hi yogi, jnanibhya adhika hi yogi, karmibhya adhika yogi. Tasmad yogi bhava Arjuna, he says. Sixth chapter, no? Last one. Tapasvibhyodhiko yogi, jnanibhyopi matodhika, karmibhyaschadhiko yogi, tasmad yogi bhava Arjuna. He said yogi bhava. Whole sixth chapter is dedicated for the yoga. For that matter, all chapters are yoga, 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 yoga. So the yoga, yuja, means to yoke with. You can explain it in beautiful so many ways. Today we'll see one. Yoga, the final meaning is to yoke with the ultimate goal. Therefore, yoga means to yoke ourselves with the means to that goal. Therefore, the goal also is yoga. We merge with that. So yoga also means the sadhana. which is required to reach to that final yoga. Therefore, yoga also means all the preparations. And therefore, yoga also means all the avoidances. So, the avoiding unwanted yoga, preparing ourselves yoga, doing the yoga, reaching yoga. Clarity and simple. Even to avoid which are not required also is a yoga. Like Abhi in Andhra, Prime Minister is there making that Yoga Andhra Day. It's over or it is going on still. Around 5 lakhs people are seated, 5 lakh, doing in that 230 zones, barricades, that yoga asanas going to be Guinness Book of World Records. So that 32 kilometers of the place, they have to clear from that RK beach up to that whatever Bhimili. So that preparation of all that place is also part of yoga, cleaning that place. Then making all those barricades also is a yoga. Then those 5 lakhs kits of the t-shirts or the yoga mats, they are freely distributing anything. That encourages people. That also yoga. So it is all cleaning part of the yoga, then the preparation part of the yoga, isn't it? Then all and they assemble for whatever the duration. For every 1000 people, there is one set of yoga instructors there. But yeah, very nicely they have planned it. To more than 55 countries, the people have come to join in this thing. The PM and then with him all this and then 10,000 people in that particular place. Then each one हजार ऐसा उन्होंने 30-40 जगह बनाए. So that preparation is also yoga. Avoiding what is to be avoided is yoga. Preparing yoga, mental preparation. That this day we are going to have it. We want to have it in a big way. So that willingness, that preparedness, and that struggle, that the whole day there are rallies, the road shows, and again he has to fly to this place, though they are very near Bhubaneswar and Vizag next only, but still तो आना तो पड़ता है ना, थक जाते हैं, but रात को सोना सुबह. So these are all preparations are the yoga. Then the main yoga is that 1 hour 40 minutes, whatever is done practically it is yoga. Then in these particular sessions of yoga that are done in all the countries on this day, Yoga International Day, asanas are done. And the goal aimed at is the healthy body, the flexible body, the convenient body. It's an initiative. Today it started, it starts. Everybody should keep on doing it throughout the life. Such oaths have to be taken. Such pratignas have to be done. And give that half an hour for the body to get that way refreshed, rejuvenated through this yoga so that the remaining 22 hours it helps us, or 16, 18 hours, it becomes an asset to us in conducting our other duties. तो ये पक्का मैं हर दिन आधा घंटा करूंगा ही योगासन so that मैं healthy रहूं throughout life. And it is, though it takes time for one to set in that routine of doing yoga and in mastering those particular asanas. But if one does it, the miracles that are done by yoga asana is so beautiful. The beauty of the yoga asanas is what? For long period of the age one can do. The other, the aerobics, the aerobics or the, what you call, the push-ups, etc. After one age you cannot do them. The joggings, one age you cannot do them. You may do walking, the cycling, swimming. After 60, 70 you can't do. Yoga asana you can do till 80, 90, 100. You understood? And the more we do it, it prolongs. That's the beauty in yoga asana. Because in this bhaga daudi nahi hai. It is more mental with breathing as well as body. The beautiful integration of these three makes it applicable from the child up to the eldest man. So therefore today the pratignas can be done by every individual to himself. Government has done its best of making it international yoga day and bring that pride to our country. And they are conducting the sessions. You and I have to become responsible to take it up and do. मैं तो कहता हूँ कि आज पूरे भारत देश, every school and college should make that yoga asanas done. Every of the government offices today should have that half an hour of yoga session. All the world, India, in the whole country. They should inspire another day to be selected for pranayama yoga, pranayama day. One day should be the bhakti day. Another day should be Vedanta Jnana day, Upanishad day. Isn't it? Why not? Declare. उस दिन कम से कम सारांश of the one Upanishad can be spoken by one guru or one jnani. Then day of devotion one can celebrate, one can do it. है ना? The Vedanta is for the buddhi, devotion is for the mind, prana is for the energy, then yoga is for the body. Body के लिए तो तुम कर ही रहे हो ना? One day. So June 21 for the body yoga. So जुलाई अगस्त सितंबर को एक और करो, अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर को और एक करो, जैन फेब मार्च को और एक लगाओ. So the asana yoga day, the pranayama yoga day, the bhakti yoga day, then the tattvagnana yoga day. क्या फर्क, क्या गलत है इसमें बताओ? I तो feel like that. Make it so. But see, क्या है ना, in today's world of so much speed and all, such good things have to be initiated, and whoever follow, they get benefited. We need not have any fears or inhibitions or hesitations. क्यों कोई करेंगे कि नहीं, कोई आदर करेंगे कि नहीं. Oh, this is secular country, there are other religion people are there, they may raise voice and all. These notions blocked us from last 70 years in not introducing any of such universally beneficial things. है ना? So that's why the first thing, make India as a Hindu country. First Hindu country. Then we induce all the Hindu related such universally useful programs. Others let them follow. If they not, then we'll give them freedom. ये देखो, देश को हिंदू कंट्री डिक्लेयर करने से ये फायदा होगा. अब ये दूसरे देशों में तो है ही नहीं ना. यू कैन गो टू पाकिस्तान एंड से डिक्लेयर इट एज हिंदू नेशन. यू कैन गो टू रशिया एंड से दैट. देर ऑल गॉन केसेस एनीवे. एटलीस्ट इंडिया में अब इतने संत महात्मा आश्रम मंदिर है, व्हाई हेजिटेशन? लेट योर पॉलिटिक्स गो ऑन हैपनिंग. बट नेशन एज रिगार्ड द रिलीजन इज कंसर्न, सनातन धर्म का देश है, डिक्लेयर करो. देन यू विल हैव अ फ्रीडम टू इंट्रोड्यूस ऑल दिस मोस्ट नोबल थिंग्स. सब डर के मारे एक तो किया है योगा डे, जो स्थूल शरीर रिलेटेड है, इसलिए विदाउट मच हेजिटेशन मेनी हैव एक्सेप्टेड. सम हैव रिवोल्टेड इन द बिगिनिंग, द अदर रिलीजियस फेलोज, दे एनीवे डू इट. दे आर मेंट फॉर दैट ओनली. You should have kicked them then only in 1948. You have not done it, now you pay. But then you have to do it. Isn't it? How beautiful the world will be, country will be, if this way the four pillars of the human being's spiritual perfection, the four yogas are celebrated on 4 days of the year. To begin with, it's a minimum. Thereafter, every day these things have to be given a chance to practice. Up follow karo usko, how best that can be done for the better or the best benefits or results. This is what one thing we want to say. Congrats to the government. Congrats for the international community for accepting it. Congratulations for all who are willing to do yoga asanas today and from today. And the proposal, the request is in this way, the pranayama yoga day, the bhakti yoga day, the jnana yoga day also should start. Like that, when you have that Bhagavad Gita given day, Gita day should be declared. Whole country should study that day Gita. Gita Jayanti has to be Gita day, it has to be there, the greatest of the scriptures. It should be there because we know which day it was revealed. जिनका हम नहीं पता उपनिषद वगैरह, you may not do, you can't do, but इसका तो कर सकते हैं. International Gita Day should happen. Beautifully tell me. Like that. Now, today I want to mainly talk about is yoga as it is done in asanas. Asanas are done. Beautiful, each age, whatever fit for us, let us do. But it's one of the 8 limbs of the yoga. Today I want to talk on that for some 10-8 minutes, not much. It's a huge subject it is. So, the Sanatana Dharma Parampara, starting right from the Parabrahma Paramatma, then the Ishvara with that Samashti Maya Shakti, himself when he came as this with the Samashti Mahat Tattva as Hiranyagarbha, he in the interest of the universal good, he has given all these yogas. He is none but Paramatma. So from him only the yoga darshana has come. Everybody in between, whether it is the Kapila Muni who has brought Sankhya Yoga, whether it is the Ishvara Krishna Muni who stressed only on the yoga, whether it is Patanjali Muni who just only compiled all the things which were already existing and gave a Sutra Rupa, that's all. Just like Veda Vyasaji. He never gave the Vedas. Vedas were already there, all scattered here and there. He just brought them together and compiled. He has not written the Vedas. Vedas are never written. They are the Apaurushaya Vangmaya. He has not written it. So too the Patanjali is not the creator of the yoga. Yoga was eternally there. It is there right from the Hiranyagarbha. He only brought it in the Sutra Rupa. That's only his credit. That's why Yoga Anushasanam is it. As it was the Anushasana by our ancient people, same thing I am putting it in the form of sutras. So from them onwards, everyone are only the beneficiaries and the propagators of the yoga, but the initiator is the Paramatma himself. Correct? First point. Second, in this Ashtanga Yoga, the Uddeshyas are only two. One is through the practice of these 8 limbs of yoga, what is to be achieved is the Chitta Vritti Nirodha. We all have the Chitta, it has vrittis. The vrittis are relentlessly, continuously, constantly gurgling for 1,000 reasons. Whether you call as vasana, whether you call as habit, whether you call as faculties, whether you call it as outer influences. Continuously, the Pramana Vritti, Viparya Vritti, Vikalpa Vritti, Nidra Vritti, Smriti Vritti, ये आकर क्या कर रहे हैं वो? These vrittis not allowing us to visualize the reality. And by every default, that reality is we only. So then when these vrittis of the chitta are niruddha, quietened, then quietened, like when you are doing puja, the sounds around, when they are quietened, concentratedly, you can be a pujari doing your puja, isn't it? Same way, when the vrittis are quietened, one can realize one's identity with the one's real swarupa, which is Atma Swarupa. In Vedanta, we call it Sachidananda Brahma. In Yoga, it's called a Chetana Swarupa, Chiti Shakti. That is what that Chaitanya is infinite, unconditional, one without second, blissful. In that state, there is liberation. Therefore, by achieving the nirodha of all the vrittis of the chitta, the sadhaka establishes in himself called as swarupe avasthanam. So, chitta vritti nirodha rupi yoga ke dwara swarupa avasthanam rupi yoga lakshya one has to achieve. This is what is that Ashtanga Yoga. Purpose we must know first of all. Otherwise, keep on doing things vaguely. Then करने का मजा नहीं आता. Best benefit भी नहीं आता. Now, like if this way 10-15 minutes introduction is given in the yoga classes all over the world. Actually, ultimate yoga is this. But among that, only one aspect we have taken up. Other also will add, but this is also not less when one is endowed with yoga sadhana every day, yoga asanas, the body is fit, your disease will not be there, pains will not be there, sufferings will not be there, unnecessary expenditure of money for medication will not be there. थोड़ा बोलना पड़ता है. So we have spoken this much that from the Lord came this all yogas. One of them is this Ashtanga Yoga. The Uddesha of this is Chittavritti Nirodha. The Uddesha of that is Drashtuhu Swarupe Avasthana. Further, the 8 limbs of yoga. Among them, the third one is what the whole country is doing, asanas. But before that, there are 2. After there are 5. So among these eight, the first five are called as the Bhashya sadhanas, Bahiranga sadhanas. More precisely, first four are called as the Bahiranga sadhanas. The fifth one is called the bridge between the Bahiranga and Antaranga. Then the 6, 7, 8 are the Antaranga sadhanas. Unless each of them are understood and mastered, one cannot be a true yogi of Trashtu Swarupavasthana. Swarupavasthana yogi, Moksha yogi या मुक्त योगी नहीं बन सकता. So I will just enumerate the names of them, and they are there. You can listen in YouTube, and many Mahatmas are speaking. Listen to that, and any of such things, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Om Namo Narayanaya. Don't put any conditionings. आप 5 बार बोलो या 3 बार बोलो या उससे ज्यादा मत बोलो. Don't put condition to the Guru. Don't put condition to yourself also. मैं एक ही बार सुनूंगा या 3 बार सुनूंगा ना. This is wrong. You say, as many times as it is possible to you, Guru, you tell. And as many times required, so many times I listen. Because the number of times is not important. Achieving the target is important. Target is thorough understanding, thorough practice, thorough experience. So we have understood the 3 yogas now. The Siddhanta Yoga, theoretical understanding, the Sadhana Yoga, the practice of it, Anubhava Yoga, the result. Simple. So in the Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 yogas are these. Yama 1, Niyama 2, Asana 3, Pranayama 4, Pratyahara 5, Dharana 6, Dhyana 7, Samadhi 8. These are the 8 limbs of the body called the whole yoga. In some. And they're all related, interrelated. Unless the first is done, the second can't be. Unless 1, 2 are done, one cannot efficiently do the 3. Unless the 3 is done, 4 cannot be. They're all continuation. If somebody in this life straight away is able to do the 5th sadhana, means what? वो पिछले जन्म में पहले 4 करके आया है. Otherwise, one suddenly cannot reach to the higher ones. So in that yama sadhana, what is that is our relation with the world. 5 principles are told precisely in the Patanjali Yoga Darshanam. In Bhagavata and the Skanda Purana, we have seen 10 of them are told. 10 values, 10 principles, 10 practices. Here 5 we will see. Yama 5 sadhanas, Niyama 5 sadhanas. So knowing them, doing them, mastering them. So what are the 5 in Yama? Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. They have to be done. अब आध्यात्मिक जीवन में क्या होता है ना, for many lives we hesitate to take initiative only. For many lives, half-heartedly only we do. After that, in few lives, the liking for doing these sadhanas grows. With that liking, when seriously done, after few lives only, totally involving in them starts happening. And only when we totally, exclusively involve in them, that we do them in a best manner to get the best results. हर एक जीव का ऐसा ही होता है. डोंट फील एनीथिंग स्पेशल. स्वामी जी मेरे को इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है. अब बहुत लोगों को भी नहीं है. धीरे धीरे बनाओ और बनता है. हमें से हो नहीं पा रहा. इट्स लाइक दैट टू एवरीवन. यू आर नॉट स्पेशल. यू आर वन अमंग द मेनी. यू आर नॉट स्पेशल. It slowly only happens. We have seen you and I Upanishad इतने साल सुन रहे. Slowly only it is entering. That too because you are continuous. Any day you give it up, gone. Like 1,000 occasions came for you to attend 2 classes, million occasions will come to you to give it up also. If you give up, gone. So yama, ahimsa. So we have to be without doing that himsa, kaya, vacha, manasa to this world. Practice करना पड़ता है, master करना पड़ता है. Yoga Darshana gives the definition, explanation to all of us. Bhagavan Vyasaji has given Bhashya to that. You can study. Then second one is Satya. Then third is Asteya. Satya means truthfulness in precise meaning. Lot of definitions are there. Then Asteya means non-stealing. You should not steal anything from anybody's anything you take without their giving, it is chori. That attitude itself is wrong. Sarena, our relation with the world, intellectual and practical. That I don't want to harm anyone. That's not intellectual conviction. Then obviously not harming anyone. Practically, it's called ahimsa achieved. So to Satya, intellectual conviction, I live a life of truthfulness. Accordingly, we are honest in our expressions. That's called Satya understood and practiced. So to Asteya, I'll not steal anything from anyone. None of the things not belong to me will be mine. Practically also, I'll not take even one bribe also of the my office, even though I serve for 40 years. Even a what do you call that pin also, I will not take from the office to my home. That's called asteya. Otherwise, people have the government people, the whole government office is there in their house. Right from the what you call paper weight से लेकर desk से लेकर हर चीज घर चला जाता. It's our they take you can't that's called stealing. Anything that way जो मेरा नहीं है मैं नहीं लेना. It can be an object, it can be little subtler things, whatever. So that practice. Then the fourth one is brahmacharya, celibacy, by thought, word, and deed. Then fifth one is aparigraha, non-accumulation of the things more than what we necessarily need. They are called five yama, and they have to be watched and continuously practiced and mastered. First one. Then only from the world's obligation we are freed. These five are major, main. Anything related to them also should be included in them. ये पांच ही नहीं है और भी ऐसे जिससे दुनिया का ऑब्लिगेशन क्लियर होकर दुनिया को हम तंग नहीं कर रहे सो दैट दे डोंट डिस्टर्ब अस इन आवर yoga sir. Second one is niyama. The niyamas are the word itself says no niyam, niyamit jivan. Self accepted, self disciplines in which we know and behave how we have to behave with ourselves. Shauchah, Santosha, Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. These are the five niyamas. Shauchaha, the purity in my whole personality, body से लेकर के हर एक चीज में. Second is Santosha, the beautiful thought of being contented in this life regarding the material things. In Tapaha, Indriyamana Nigraha. Swadhyaya, studying the scriptures and trying to update ourselves as said in the scriptures. Finally, Ishvara Pranidhana, continuous remembrance of the presence of Ishvara and going on Pranidhana, surrendering to Him. Oh Lord, this much I have done by your grace. Further, let me do, bless me, empower me. Thank you for allowing me to come up to this level. I accept your presence. You are there. You are very much there. Isn't it? करते करते रहने से the doubting level goes away. The faith level comes. Like to you and I, because of daily Upanishad study, the doubting level about the subject matter and the glory of Upanishad is gone. We have the faith now. We love it. We want to repeatedly study them. We want to engross in them. वो स्थिति आ रही है आना चाहिए था आई एम श्योर इट इज कम एटलीस्ट मुझे हो रहा है फिर से फिसल सकते हैं एनीवेयर यू कैन फिसलो द चांस टू स्लिप अवे इज देयर एट एवरी स्टेप इट इज लाइक आवर केदारनाथ यात्रा इट इज लाइक आवर वैष्णो देवी यात्रा you go on climb but at every step there is a chance to slip and fall in the valley. Same way in spirituality mein, there is a path laid down keep on walking anywhere there is a place for one to slip down also. Because one thought छोड़ दिया भाई स्वामी जी कल से मैं नहीं आ रहा हूँ क्लास and Swami should say okay all the best because that's what you expect. Slipped gone. So ये 10 चीजें हो गई यम नियम. Then comes the third one, asana. Okay, the purpose of two purposes of asanas are: one at the physical level, being healthy, fit. On that only based, all the other asanas are being invented. Most of them, 60% of them are by seeing the pakshi pashu only, then the trees, etc. इसलिए सारे आसनों के नाम पशु पक्षियों के ही होते हैं, है ना? All of them, Matsyasana, Kurmasana, and then Shalabhasana, Ushtrasana, Bhujangasana, Mayurasana, all of them you can see them. They're all for total general fitness of body. But second purpose of asana is Sthiram Sukham Asana, where without moving in any of the, we are able to sit in a position for as long as the time required. That mastery called asana, asana siddhi kehte. That much only for the Ashtanga Yoga required. But all other asanas, as said, are for the general physical health. Kar lo. But consult the Guru, from him only learn, go slow, etc. etc. Once one is able to sit on the asana, then starts the next fourth one, pranayama. The inhaling and exhaling prana shakti, prana, as well as the utilization of it in an optimum manner for all the functionings of manabuddhi one side, sharira indriyas the other side. That's called as pranayama. Pranayama is like monthly salary correctly budgeted, for the various requirements, so that no thing is given extra and no thing is given less. है कि नहीं? जो ऑर्डिनरी मिडिल क्लास लोग होते हैं तो 40,000 पर मंथ. सो दे हैव टू सी, पहले तो रहना है तो घर, ओन हाउस यू कांट अफोर्ड, सो वन स्मॉल सिंगल बेडरूम वाला 5,000 6,000. देन खाना दिस मच अमाउंट, then the children school education this much amount. See, they budget. That is called dhana ayam. So too, the prana shakti, jitna maximum we can invoke through the pranayama sadhanas is one aspect of pranayam. Second is how much for physical activities, how much for the sense perception, how much for the mind's activity. All is shakti only. How much for the buddhi's functioning. जितना जिसके लिए चाहिए उसको पूरा प्राणायाम कहते हैं. Not only inhaling, exhaling, and getting tired and sleeping. Pranayama. When we go on doing them for many, many lives, in each of the life, the Guru's come and push us in a little higher level, higher level, higher level. ऐसा धीरे धीरे होता है. So today we are discussing this. In the next life, some higher Guru will come in our life and he will push us to little higher level. ऐसा चलता. So pranayama. Then the fifth one is pratyahara. Natural withdrawal of us from everything of the world, because our goal is inside now. Yamanimasana pranayama pratyahara should help us in making us naturally withdraw from the world, effortlessly withdraw from the world, which is in Vedantic preparation called as Shamadama Uparama. It's called Uparama there, or Uparati. The Uparati there and the pratyahara here are same. With this, the Bahiranga sadhanas are done. Now come the three antaranga sadhana. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi. They are all the mind level sadhanas. So when the mind is focused at one place without moving here and there, it's called dharana. In that place, when the mind is focused on one particular object, it's called dhyana. And then focusing on that object to such an extent that the object alone is experienced. Okay, no more the need of effort, no more, and not also, and also I am not aware of me as a separate individual. That's called samadhi. Which you ask any of the women, they tell you, because they are every day in samadhi while watching TV serial, that they get lost in the anubhuti so much that they are not aware of themselves, the children, the husband, the in-laws, anybody calling, they are in samadhi. Then after TV serial is over, then she says, "Kya hua gaya?" We called you 10 times. But you are in serial samadhi. So too some youngsters in cricket. They are in the cricket samadhi. And nowadays, even elders, youngsters, all are in the sports that say what do you call tick tick tick. I don't know what do you call even the word also I don't know. The games samadhi. Samadhi is that where the object of the meditation or concentration is only experienced. The subject, the one who is doing, forgets himself. It's called samadhi. So these three, when they are done, the mind is fully in our control. Samyamita mana, it is said. With that Samyamita mana, our aim is of removing the vrittis along with their roots. Roots are called vasanas. For that, and in the yoga mein, samprajnata samadhi, asamprajnata samadhi, all the technical things with exhaustive explanations are given. Finally, the ajnana and vasanas go away, which were prompting the chitta to continuously express as vrittis, and I was identifying with the vrittis. Now, with all these yoga abhyasa, up to the asampragnata samadhi level, when one does, the vasana sahita vritti formation goes away. But chitta will be there because you have to do interaction, vyavahara, etc. वो तो चाहिए ना वृत्तियां भी रहते हैं without vritti I can how can I contact what happens is the vasanas and the forceful chitta vrittis which they were coming and pushing me to identify with the vrittis helplessly, that nonsense is gone. है ना? It's like a person working for a company or government. He is compelled to go on time and do what they say. But if he becomes a freelancer or self-employed, he can do it any time. वो उसको मजा लगा तो रात को 12 बजे भी करेगा वो। सुबह 3 बजे उठकर but nobody can bind him now. Same way, anytime I identify with my own self, anytime I function in the world through the chitta and vrittis. That's called as the ultimate state. While conducting the world, the experience of the self that I am Brahman, I am this, that is not forgotten. This is called the Ashtanga Yoga. So today's Yoga Day, let it be slowly the Sharira Yoga Day. This is called the Ashtanga, that's called the Yogasana Day. Then there should be the Bhakti Yoga Day. There should be the Jnana Yoga Day. In this way, we have to have throughout the year 4 important days. And today also, some of you can try. Swamiji may say, nahi ho sakta. At least Shavasana you can do. I will do that only. Morning I could not after these classes. So thank you. Today being that auspicious day, we thought once and once for all, we can deliberate at least on the names of the 8 limbs of the Ashtanga Yoga, of which the one of them is the asanas, which is good. If the whole goal is not understood, and people, all of us do the yoga sincerely and with all the yoga asanas done, we become so healthy. With it all healthy, we become more bhogi and more criminal. Isn't it? It's like Ravanasura doing yoga asana. He will live long to become a havoc to the world. All the terrorists agar yoga karenge. That's why these yogas are not important. Pure heart, ultimate goal is important. To achieve that, these things. Like earning money is not important. For what you want the money, that's important. If that purpose is wrong, then better money should not be there. So मैं इतना पैसा कमा के ना भोगी बनूंगा, then useless it is, isn't it? You should know why and that money is for the highest purpose. If you say, no, I want to remove the hunger of people as well as do use this money for the spiritual purpose, sure, though, then come on. Otherwise, every of the achievements are terrible enemies to us if they are not used for the higher goal. If the goal is not clear about it. That's why all these things We don't talk much. We talk pure Vedanta. उसमें समझो या ना समझो, only दो options are there. Not the other options like in these things. In the Bhakti Yoga, in the Ashtanga Yoga. The terrible options are there. That through Bhakti, you can invoke the God's grace to become like Ravana. In Vedanta, वो chance नहीं है. It is a waste path. In these yogasanas also, you can become fit, healthy, to be a bhogi for more time and to cheat the world for more time if the heart is not pure. इसलिए we don't enter into those teachings. We only talk Vedanta, Shuddha Tattva Jnana. It is safest. है ना? इसमें फिर क्या है ना? Interest, your interest in Tattva Jnana is increased. And to achieve that, you just give up everything and work for it. It's a direct thing. There are no so many other complications to be taken up and thereafter to be given up. But in all other sadhanas, the side effects are more. जैसा भी कहा मैंने. If the antakanda is not shuddha, if the lakshya is not shuddha, these things give us such powers by which we destroy ourselves and they destroy others too. Anything. अब राइफल लेना शुरू कर दिया मानो या पिस्तौल सबको, then everybody will shoot each other. In foreign countries वही होता है. अब इंडिया में वो गन कल्चर स्लोली. All these shaktis are like that. है ना? Even Vani is also Shakti. Unless this Vani is used for the highest purpose, that Shakti should not be asked. Otherwise उसका गलत उपयोग हो जाएगा ना. Praja also is a Shakti. The people follow you. Unless I have a right vision to guide those who are following me, I should not have the people to follow. Otherwise, Ande Naiva Niyamana Ita Anda. इस तरह होता है. Anyway, the big subject. So International Yoga Day. Thank you. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणेव मोक्षप्र सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्धि अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयः राम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्रादि अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्म से बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वेश वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः मोक्षमार्गाणां धर्ममार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण प्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति तेषां हृदये भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म सफलता अवाप्त्यर्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत साधना युक्त करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. फ्रेंड्स, फर्स्ट टू मंत्रास. ओम य एको अवर्णो बहुधा शक्ति योगात् वर्णाननेकान् निहितार्थो दधाति विचैति चान्ते विश्वमादौ स देवः स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तु तदेवाग्निस्तदादित्यः तद्वायुस्तदु चन्द्रमाः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म तदापस्तत् प्रजापतिः. See, if you want to put the entire Vedanta or Adhyatmikata in few sentences, it is like this, is that we are seeing and experiencing all the time. Paramatma Tattva only. But we are calling it now as the Jagat Jiva, etc. Now the reversing. See the Jagat go through all experiences, but say that they are Paramatma. So what will happen now? The forgotten Paramatma Tattva is remembered, realized. The experiences which are going on are allowed to continue. Why? Without Paramatma, these experiences, one, they become real, two, when they are real, they bind. With Paramatma Anubhuti primarily, these all things will continue, but they have no effect to bind us. But this is what Vedanta. We are seeing the wood and we are calling it as chair. And we are lost in our attachment with the chair. Now you say the chair as the wood, the reality, intact. First be realistic about the reality. Then, yes, the wood, the reality alone is appearing in the form of the chair for the Vyavaharik utility. Don't give more value to the chair, the Rupanama, than the wood, the substrate. Don't give more value to the world, the whole Rupanama, than the substratum, the Brahman. Simply. And that Brahman is the Sachidananda Rupa, that is in your own heart. You have to experience it. Then, from that standpoint, the whole world is a play going on, a kalpana going on, not real. Everything is happening, but not real. Cinema mein, everything is happening, but not real. Swapna mein, everything is happening, but not real. Jadugar mein, everything is happening, but not real. So the whole world is a big swapna. The whole world is big cinema. The whole world is a big jadoo. That's it. All these things doubtlessly understanding and relentlessly living is the sadhana. For all the required informations, clarities, inspirations, we have to keep on studying these Shastras. Hope it is clear. Now, the mantra 14, we have seen it. Once more, we'll see before we go to the Pandra. What is the 14th mantra directly? उसका संबंध भाषा तो we have seen. Parasya ati sukshmatvam. The Paramatma is atyanta sukshma. Keep it in mind. Second, Jagat Chakre Sakshittvena Avasthitatvam. In the cycle of the world which is going on, happening, he is there established as Sakshi for us to recognize. Sakshitvena Avasthitatvam. Third, Nikila Jagat Srashtutvam. Because any part of aspect of the Jagat cannot be the cause of the Jagat. The cause of the Jagat has to be something beyond, and that's Paramatma. Therefore, he is the Srashta. If at all you want to say who is the creator, you say it is Paramatma. Not any part of the Jagat which can be a creator of the Jagat. So, Jagat Srashtutvam. Then Sarvatmakatvam. He is the self of all. The most important is Tat Tadatmyat Jananam Muktihi Cha. When the sadhakas relinquishing their identity with upadhis get tadatmyata with that Paramatma Tattva Muktihi. Iti etat, this whole four topics, Bahushaha Adastat Pratipaditam Yadyap. Even though these topics are so many times established in earlier mantras, earlier adhyayas, in earlier Upanishads, etc., tathapi, even then, buddhi saukaryartham, for the easy understanding and conviction for the buddhi. क्योंकि बुद्धि को ये बार बार नहीं दिया जाए तो दूसरे चीजों के लिए हो जाता, फिर इसके लिए टाइम नहीं होता. Like the children, if you are non-intelligent and allow the child, if he says, हाँ पहले मुझे जंक फूड दो, बाद में जो आप दोगे मैं खाऊंगा. If the child says and you allow, then he'll eat junk food. Then he says, I have no place in the stomach. If you are intelligent, what you have to say? पहले सब खा, then I'll give you the junk. ये सारा उसका पेट भरेगा. Naturally, he has no place for that junk. Anything other than Adhyatmika is junk. Give chance to it, it will overwhelm. We have no time for the spiritual. Therefore, Buddhi Saukaryartha means what? For the Buddhi again and again to revel in it, again and again to understand its glory, again and again to find taste in it, again and again only to seek it. Repeatedly, the Shastra is telling. Buddhi Saukarya means this meaning. For the convenience of the intellect to get reminded again and again about this Atma Tattva, the same thing is said. So the Atman is Atyanta Sukshma, it is the Sakshi, it is the Srashta. So Sukshma, Sakshi, Srashta, Sarvatmaka. 4S. Sukshma means सबसे सूक्ष्म है. Sakshi means for the Jagat Chakra is the Sakshi. Srashta means again for the Jagat he is the Srashta. Then the fourth one is what? Sarvatmakatvam. He is the self of everything. We have to have tadatmya with that self. Right now, we have tadatmya with these upadhis, we have tadatmya with the people in the world, we have the tadatmya with the objects of the world, etc. इन सब से हमारा तत् आत्मत्व छोड़कर हमारा आत्मत्व आइडेंटिटी विथ दैट होना चाहिए. When what will happen if that is done? Mukti cha tat tadatmyat janana mukti. So what all the Upanishads are saying in one Sambandha Bhashya, Bhagavan Shankara Bhagavan has summarized to us. It talks about the Paramatma's Swarupa Lakshana, Tadastha Lakshana, and it says when one identifies with that Paramatma Tattva, he is liberated from all his limitations. Whenever you call it as liberation, liberation is from bondages. Whenever you call it as bondage, bondage is from the limitations. Whenever you talk of the limitations, limitations are of these upadhis. Every of these upadhis are limited in desha, limited in kala, limited in their abilities and capacities. So that which is limited in desha, kala and capacity, how can it give unlimited sukha? Unlimited shanti नहीं होगा. इसलिए इनसे डिटैच होकर that self which is unlimited, we identify with it. That's called moksha. From this bandhana, there is mukti. Okay, so this is what is said in all Upanishads. It is said in this Upanishad. In this Upanishad, it is said again and again. And in the fourth chapter, again and again and again and again. If you are lucky by your choice of intelligence, you cherish it. Thank God, बार बार repeat हो रहा है. मैं पहले बार भूल गया, कोई नहीं फिर से repeat हो रहा है. If you are lucky and intelligent by choice, you encash this repetition like that. If you are unlucky, unfortunate by choice, you say, अरे बार बार वही कर रहे हैं, मैं नहीं पढ़ूंगा. जाओ. In Vedanta, other than truth, there's nothing to be told. The question is, have you realized it or not? Till that वही बताया जाएगा. स्वामी और कुछ कहो ना, नहीं एक दूसरा नहीं कह सकता हूँ. कहने से उसमें गड़बड़ होता है. लेकिन like truth, any number of times we have to say truth only, no? The moment we compromise with it, then the untruths are thousand. Every one of them will bind us. सत्य बोल दिया तो दिल सुकून होता है. इसलिए in the same way, the Paramatma is the ultimate truth. उसी को बोलना पड़ता है, उसी को कहना है, उसी को रियलाइज करना बस. So that's why repetition. What the mantra? Sukshmati sukshmam kalilasya madhye vishwasya srashtaram aneka rupam vishwasyaikam pariveshtitaram jnatva shivam shantimatyantameti. What is the literal meaning of this sloka? Sukshmati sukshma. If go in the calculation of the subtlety, this is subtler than the subtlest. है ना? The subtler the upadhi is required to you see that, that's called subtle. Like इंद्रियों से जो देखा जाता है, it is gross. But जो मन से देखा जाता है, not by the indriyas, that is subtler. Like my emotions or your emotions. They cannot be seen by the eyes and ears. Like you have an emotion of love or an anger or compassion. होता है ना? So that is subtle because it is not seen with the eyes and ears. In the eyes and ears, The presence of that emotion may appear in the form of some tears, some tremblings. है ना? It will be there when you are over loving or compassionate. आंखों में पानी झलकता है, शरीर में तो कंपन होता है. That doesn't mean you are seeing the emotions. The expression of emotion at the body level are they, but emotions are felt only in the mind. They are subtle. And ideas, ideologies, and understandings are more subtler than the emotions. They are at the intellectual level. And the substratum, the truth of the reality is subtler than all. So, sukshmati sukshmam. One. Second is, we are lost in something because of which we are not able to realize the self. That something is called here kalila. Kalilasya madhye. Kalilasya madhye means in the kalila of the whole gamut of the world of or life of Upadi, Upadi Yukta Jivana, it is forgotten or hidden. इस कलिल के मध्य में वो अधिष्ठान के रूप में है, लेकिन पहचान पहचान नहीं हो रहा, because we are lost in the superficials. We are lost in the superimposed. Kalilasya madhya. So, in many ways, the Kalila can be explained when we study the Bhashya. What Bhashyakara says, we'll see. So, entire Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupti Avasthas are Kalila. And we are so much wound in them only that we are not able to transcend them to see the truth. That's the meaning of the Kalilasya Madhya. Same way with the Upadhi Tadatmya, we see, Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharira Tadatmya only we are in. The Arthi are called Kalila. We are not able to see substance. और ज्ञाता ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम, दिस टाइप ऑफ त्रिपुटी इज कलिला. हमेशा इसी में बिजी बिजी बिजी. Therefore, in this kalila, the self is not realized. Or the other one is the jiva jagat ishvara. These triputi is kalila. हमेशा इसी में फंसे हैं. मैं जीव हूँ, ये जगत है, जगत का मुझे कुछ चाहिए और जगत से मुझे बचना है, तो मैं ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूँ. ये मैं दैट ईगो बकरी and the Jagat, the Raga Dvesha with it. And with the Lord, the fear for doing the wrong things, and devotion asking for some favors. These three are nonsense. These three Kalila. Because of this, the Sukshmate Sukshma Brahman, the Atman reality, we are not even imagining that it is there. Forget about realizing it. So, in that way, Kalila are all those variety of obstacles which are hiding the self from us. So, Sukshmata Sukshmam, Kalilasya Madhye, in brackets, Pratishtitam Sitam. Third one is Vishwasya Srashtara. He is the creator of the whole world. Aneka Rupam, he is the one who takes all the Rupas. Then Vishwasya Ekam Pariveshtitaram, again to the whole created world, he is the one who is Pariveshtita, permeating all of them. Vishwasya Ekam Pariveshtita. Jnatva, knowing him. And knowing him in what? Shivam is the most divine, beautiful, auspicious. Atyantam Shantim Eti. One experiences that peace which never ends, which never gets polluted, diluted, reduced. So, infinite, endless, permanent, deepest, Shanti, in brackets, you can call it as Ananda or Sukha, Eti Prapnoti. So, in the Bhashya, few are commented, other things they're already explained in the earlier chapter. So, Shankara Bhagavan says, तुम दोबारा उसको पढ़ो. मैंने वहां पूरा बता दिया. I need not add anything. If I add something now to that Bhashya, it means there I have not completely told. But I told there completely, therefore I tell you, refer to that. One or two, if anything missed out or required in this context, it is added. So tomorrow we'll see the Shabdartha with the Bhashya and feel. Every day when we listen to this Upanishad mantra, उस अर्थ का थोड़ा भावना करो, क्या कह रहे वहां. They said, Jnatva Devam Sarva Papa Shapahani. Here, Jnatva Shivam Shanti Matyantam Eti. That most auspicious Paramatma Tattva, Jnatva, when I realize as myself, when I realize as myself, ये insistence क्यों है? क्योंकि any not self also you are taking as self. Otherwise, realizing the self is always as the self only. It cannot be the not self. Realizing the self as myself. Is it not absurd? But कहना पड़ता है. Why? Because the not self we are taking as self and are concluding like Virochana. He saw his reflection in the water. He said, मुझे आत्मा मिल गया, मैं जा रहा हूँ. ब्रह्मदेव ने कहा फिर जाओ मैं क्या करूं. Then he went and told everybody Atma means body only. Everybody became body oriented. They are all called asura. But Indra stayed back. Indra said, I am seeing that the reflection is breaking. I am not breaking it, so I must be somebody else. Oh Guru, tell me. Bhagavan said, 32 more years you do tapasya and seva in the ashram. Like that, three times 32, 32, 32, fourth time 5 years or 9 years. Then you are the Atman, that knowledge the Guru gives. Indra Virochana Upakhyana, we'll see in one of the Upanishads. So Anatma is taken as Atman. Therefore, this though language wise grammatically absurd, the sentence is said. What is that? Self has to be realized as your own self. अरे क्या बोल रहे हैं यार, हम सोचते नहीं इसलिए हमको इनमें का गफलत नहीं समझ में आता. We don't think anything, therefore the we are safe. Otherwise, we get confused. Swami, what do you mean by realizing the self as self? It is already self, no? This is to say, not to identify the not self, but say that I have realized self. Like that, Virochana. That's the meaning of Jnatva. Otherwise, what do you mean by knowing the self? There are two things. There is no possibility of knowing the self. Two, there is no need of knowing the self. Because possibility क्यों नहीं है self का knowing का? Because only not self is known. Therefore, it is impossible to know the self. Second is no need because I'm already that. है ना? Do I need to prove to somebody that I am man or I am Indian? सब लोग कहते हैं नहीं नहीं you are not in. Who cares? I am not here to prove to you. I am that. That's it. है ना? Very intelligent, very beautiful it is. Now what is the bhashya for it? Very sublime. मजा आएगा. कल आइएगा हम देखते हैं. So do some asanas today after our Gita class. Again welcome. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. Thank you. Come back for Gita.